So you like hard-hitting stories? We got Mark Winks here today. We're talking hooliganism. We're talking bare-knuckle fighting, bouncing, near-death experiences. But before we get to all of the dark stuff, you got a very distinct look about you, especially with the teeth.
Yeah.
And you've had, someone's reached out to you about being in James Bond. Could you just talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. Basically, I got contacted for an agent, like a reporter, and he was saying that, we've had information, a paper reporter, and he said, we've had information that you're going to be, they're lining you up for the next James Bond movie, Jaws. I thought, so that's fucking news to me, you know what I mean? I hope you fucking are, because, like, you know what I mean? I'm a bit worried I'd get into America, to Hollywood to film it, but, yeah, so I just said, right, okay then. Next thing, my local papers ran the story on it, radio. It was just like a bit surreal, you know what I mean? Obviously, I'm assuming what's happened is it's just been leaked somewhere and it's sort of snowballed. And
people will be wondering, what is the story behind the teeth and how many gold teeth have you got?
I've got 14, so I had two. I had my two front ones done. I always wanted my two fangs done. And then I had my two front ones done. Then just so on and so on, you know what I mean? I've just kept my back ones for eating purposes, really.
So are they like veneers, or did you get teeth knocked out and replaced?
No, I used to have lovely teeth, to be fair.
Yeah.
I used to like proper look out after my teeth and that.
Yeah.
Now they're just solid. I mean, they just file them down to a point and stick them in.
Wow.
You know,
I might get that done myself. These two are dead. I got butted and it's like, they didn't fall out, but they're black. They won't, I mean, I can have them waiting, but it won't do it. It's going to stay black.
Get the gold in there.
Get the gold in.
Yeah. Suit ya.
Yeah, I might try it.
The price of gold has shot up.
Yeah.
What does a gold tooth cost these days?
That cost me, I mean, I ain't had none done for, what, probably 7-8 years now. That cost me then 300 quid. So
Per tooth?
Yeah, per tooth, yeah. So I'd assume they're they've got to be 400-500 quid a tooth now. Got to be.
Yeah, at least.
I don't know, because I ain't asked or no. I don't know anyone that's had any done recently. But
Yeah. We'll have people sending in money now for you to get your teeth.
Yeah. All these people saying I've got bad teeth, send me the money for gold and I'll get gold in.
We'll do a GoFundMe for golden teeth for Wildman.
Crowdfund for Wildman, £1,000 needed for his two front teeth. All he wants for Christmas is his two gold teeth.
Fuck it, platinum.
So we sometimes like to do a story chronologically, and like go back to where you grew up and how you got into violence and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what was it like? Where are you from, and what was it like for you as a young person?
From an estate in Leicester. And anyone that's from Leicester will know it. It's Braunston, and dragged up on there, basically. You know what I mean? Proper rough estate. Still is now to today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In poverty, I think it's been rated like one of the most poverty places in Leicester, you know what I mean? It's real bad. Proper rough estate, but like growing up, it's not the same now, but growing up, it was like everyone helped everyone and real close-knit community. You know, all big families on there. I mean, they're all still on there, but, you know, there's a lot of strangers on there now, you know.
And what was your family life like?
Hard, you know what I mean? Growing up, I had a hard life. The fucking evil stepdad, you know what I mean? Done some nasty shit to me. And my mum, you know? Fucking vile cunt, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I suppose that's what made me what I am, you know what I mean? Because of my life experiences when I was younger, I watched my mum go through and stuff like that. It's not great, you know.
What about brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I've got, on my dad's side, I've got Philip, Liam, Megan and Joda. And on my mum's side, I've got Declan, Carly, Charlie and Bobby. It's quite big, but I don't really get on with a lot of them, you know.
So there's a lot of people in the house growing up?
Well, yeah, because my dad I didn't really know what to do with till I was 16. I had my stepdad he brought me up, done a wicked job, you know. But there was my brothers and sisters in our house growing up, yeah.
How were you in school?
Class clown, you know, always fucking around and always fighting and stuff. I mean, I remember when I was younger, I got bullied, you know what I mean? I weren't how I am today. When I was younger, I think I was like 7 or 8 stone wet through and like dead skinner. I didn't get big till I was 15 when I first went into prison. When I come out of there, I was like a different person. I think it were all the duffs, the puddings, like, just put the weight on.
Beefed you.
Yeah, so I come out different to what I went in. I used to have long hair and that. I remember I used to get bullied at school, you know, to be honest. When I was younger, I used to get bullied. And
How did you handle that?
my mum was an hard cunt. So to be honest, I used to go home to mum. She used to go down to fucking school and kick off.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. But I remember there was a lad, and I went home and it belted me. I mean, I was only probably 14 or something at the time. It belted me. She said to me, she said, get out there and batter him and do not come back this house until you've battered him. And like that was my mum telling me. So
You think it's tough love in the end, but she's bang on right, isn't she?
at the time, I thought, am I going to fucking batter him? He's just fucking battered me, you know what I mean? But then it's like, I'm telling the lads and they're saying, you better do it, she'll go fucking mad, you know what I mean? Because they all knew what my mum were like. And because she's got like a real hard reputation for a woman in Leicester, you know what I mean? Anyone from Leicester will know who my mum is, you know? And fucking hell, in the end, I just had to go down to his house, knocked on his door, and he like opened the door and he went, what? And I just fucking set about him. I had to like, I thought, I've got to, you know what I mean? I've got to, you know? And yeah, we had a, me and my mum, you know, we got on a lot better now. I mean, when I was a kid, up until I had my own family, really, I used to blame her a lot for what, you know what I mean? How did I go through what I went through as a kid? How did you let that happen and stuff? But understand now, you know what I mean? She's in the same situation.
She's going to see the same thing, isn't she?
Yeah, you know. It's like the cunt that done it, you know what I mean? I used to see him and I used to shit myself, you know what I mean? Like even when I was the man I was now, I used to see him and think, fucking hell, there he is. I used to panic, you know what I mean? Because I felt like a kid again. You know what I mean? It weren't till later on in life I started getting like psychiatric help and with the mental health and that, and they told me that's what's happening. You're going back to a kid. I was a man and I'd eat the cunt. You know what I mean? I'd rip him to bits like that. He's just a nobody. As soon as I used to hide behind cars and that, I think, fucking hell, there he is. Go, please go. Like I'm shitting myself. I mean, and then I walk around the corner and see some fucking real hard cunt and he'd start with me and I'd sit about him and game it. You know what I mean? I'm fucking shitting myself from some fucking. Looks like a fucking baghead, you know what I mean? But it weren't till, like I say, it weren't till later on when I got my counselling and stuff like that I realised it's because I feel like a kid again in front of him, you know what I mean? I don't feel me.
Very vulnerable.
I just, resort to back being a kid.
What was the first trouble you got in with the police?
First trouble I got in with the police was when I was on the school roof. And there was 3 of us on there. One and my friend. I was only about. It's only been about 12 or 13. This is why I'm going to be totally honest. This is why I'd never fucking grass in my life, because when the police got us, my 2 mates got away and the police got me. And I went, who are you with? And I like bubbled on him. You know what I mean? The lad. I said to him like, fucking hell. I mean, I was only 12, I was only a kid. I didn't know no difference. And he died. He died about a year later he was joyriding. He died in a crash and I fucking never lived that down. And that's why I would never in my life fucking bubble on no one. You know what I mean? I always blame myself, you know what I mean? I always blame myself for that.
You didn't know no better, to be fair.
No, fucking I didn't even have pubes around my cock. You know I was, they were going, we're taking you home to your mum and dad, and I was like, my mum, oh, fucking hell, you know what I mean? I'm 12, I'm like, oh, please, no.
I did it with Shaun when I was about 11. I just, my mum and dad had moved house, and I didn't want to move house.
Yeah.
I wanted to stay at the old house.
Yeah.
But I thought, I know, I'm going to phone the fire brigade and say there's a fire there. So I phoned them, and the police come because I did it for my own house.
Yeah.
I thought, how the fuck hell do they know? And then they going on. I said, oh yeah, sure that would do, sure that was like, yeah.
You twat! I've forgotten about that. I want to put that in the book and everything, you bastard. Put you out on Front Street. Fucking hell.
I mean, when you're a kid, you don't know. You
No.
know what I mean? Fucking hell, if you're going bubble now, you know what I mean? You're a
Well, you know, don't you?
You deserve
You
to
know
be fucking
better.
served up, you know what I mean? But when you're a kid, what do you know? You know what I mean? You ain't streetwise, you fucking hell, you know what I mean?
So how did it escalate with your police situations?
Just with me, I've never done no robbing, no joyriding, nothing like that. It's just been violence.
And
you know what I
drugs?
mean? I've never been done for drugs as well.
Okay.
I've been involved in drugs without going into it. I've been involved in drugs on a big scale. You know what I mean? In the past.
Was your violence coming from this
It's just
darkness inside you because of what happened to you?
Seeing what I'm seeing when I'm younger, seeing violence growing up. And it's just a natural progression for me, you know what I mean?
But
Remember, I always used to think to myself, I want to be the hardest man. I want to die in a fight. I want everyone to know I died in that. You know, I remember I was like, fucking, that's how I was when I was younger.
I can imagine you on the drugs things, but I could imagine you as an enforcer, as a collector.
Yeah. I've done debt collecting for years. People come to me with the problems.
Yeah.
You know, that's why I'm more of a problem solver. You know what I mean? Like, try and collect people's debts for them and stuff like that, you know. I've never been involved in the actual drug game as in a big fucking drug game, you know what I mean? I've been more sitting on the meetings and being the bodyguard and stuff like that, you know.
Well, it's better. You're at the good end, aren't you, really, in a way, I think, because the rest of it's a bit dirty and half of them can't look after themselves anyway, to be fair.
Yeah.
Like, you need big lads like yourselves to look after their money for them.
Everyone's got to have people around them, ain't there? No matter who you are. You got to have a firm around you.
Yeah.
Because it's no good. You can't be on your own. You can't ride on your own. You know what I mean? You're gonna get turned over.
I bet you got a lot of lads that look up to you, but there must be someone that you look up to, like an OG, like.
I'm sure people look up to me. I'm always there to help anybody. I do loads of charity work. I've run 5 marathons for charity. Walked over fucking fire for charity. Done loads of stuff. You know what I mean? I give back all the time. I suppose that's to do with the guilt of what I used to take when I was younger.
So you're good-hearted. You're good-hearted, and the violence is. I suppose that's your anger. That's your release from maybe what's happened to you as a kid or whatever. Or just like it makes you feel good.
I look at myself, look like there's 2 people, there's Mark and there's Winks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Unfortunately, there's times when you have to put that Winks mask on and you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
But like, I'm Mark now, you know what I mean? I'm sat here, I'm chilling out, I'm Mark.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, and then I have to walk outside and you bump into someone or you see a situation and fucking you got to don that Winks mask, you know what I mean? It's on and here we go. You know,
it's good to be able to separate them 2 people, though. It's good to be able to know that you can be or other, you know what I mean?
It's my split personality.
Yeah.
That's what the psychiatrist said. I said that to the psychiatrist once and she like looked at me like, fucking hell, what am I dealing with? Because she said to me, she said, the thing with you is you're very calculated, you've got control of what you're doing. So your anger, you're controlled with it. You can turn it on, turn it off. She said, you're controlled in what you're doing. Whereas with some people, just fly off the angle, you know what I mean? I sort of got control. Like, don't get me wrong, I can fly and switch very quickly. You know what I mean?
But control's it's more dangerous in a way, because you know what you're doing and you're controlled in what you're doing.
Yeah.
But it's more calculated too.
Yeah, I like to think, especially now, later on in life.
You don't take as many risks.
No, when I was younger, you ain't bothered. You ain't got an house, you ain't got a business, you ain't got kids, you ain't got fuck all. You know what I mean? You're going you go in jail, your bedroom stays the same. You come out, the bedroom's there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At your mum's house. It's like now, if I went jail now, I've got a house, missus, kids, fucking everything. You know what I mean? What do you do? You know, you're gonna lose it all. Who's running your business? Who's fucking opening and closing your door at your fucking house and paying the bills, and who's feeding your kids? Who's looking after your missus if she has any problems?
Your mates will help out, but do they do that for so long?
Yeah, well, we all know, you know, we're mates and that. That's sound, but how many true mates you got? How many mates can you sit there and, if you can count true mates on an hand, you're a very, very lucky man.
Very lucky man, you are.
You know what I mean? Because I can count one or two. I'm honest. True mates that I know. The problem nowadays is, you know, you go off the scene, fucking first thing someone's doing is messaging your missus, oh, everything all right? It's not because fucking want to know that you're all right. It's because trying to get in the fucking knickers, you know what I mean? That's how it is. That's how the world is now. When I first went in prison, I was married. And my best mate at the time, you know, her mum's come. I went into prison and they sectioned me from prison to Arnold Lodge, which is a mental health place. So obviously my head was gone. When I got a bit better, she was my wife actually. I got married when I was 18. Her mum come on the visit and said, oh, your best mate's sleeping with her. Fucking hell. That's all I wanted to know, you know what I mean? Sat doing 3 years and then find out that my best mate's knobbing my fucking wife.
You
know what I mean? So I had to do the old divorce thing in the prison. You know what I mean?
I'd rather have not known that. I'd rather have found out when I got out.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, you know, not knowing's better than knowing. It'd do your fucking head in, wouldn't it? You're already in a fucking vulnerable place, aren't you?
Well, all right, because it gave me time to plan his fucking... you know what I mean? I didn't just hear it and fly off the angle, you know what I mean? There was some calculation about it. So, yeah, needs to say he walks around not too good at the minute, you know what I mean? Well, he won't ever walk around again too good, but, you know, he's just another mongrel, ain't it? You know what I mean? Someone you think that's your close friend and they're fucking sleeping with your wife.
You don't do that, it's dirty.
You know what I mean?
So you went from being bullied to becoming violent then. It's a reaction to what's happening in your home. You start to get in trouble with the police now at a bigger level from the young arrest. Are they saying we're going to send you to young offenders or anything? What's happening?
I was 15 when I first went into young offenders, and it was for a fight in the playground. You know, like when you just, like, next to our school was a swimming baths where everyone used to meet. You know, when I meet you after school in the swimming baths, we'll have it one-on-one. But me and my two mates, two brothers, we went there to have a fight with this other lads, and ended up having this fight anyway. Absolutely pasting them. Fucking hell, Billy guys, we're on remand for 6 months for it.
Fucking hell.
Fucking hell. I'm stood in the showers covering my bollocks like this because I've got no pubes. I'm only 15, you know what I mean? Like, there's all these men like, we stood there, not men, but you know, like 19, 21.
Yeah.
I'm like that. All three of us have got long hair. We called us Anson in there. Remember that? That's what they're calling us. I'm thinking, fucking hell. First night I go in there, like, I hear this screaming and that. Next day I come out my cell and the fucking cell's like cordoned off. Said to the screw, oh, what's happened there? Oh, someone got raped last night. I thought, oh, please, get me out of here.
Oh,
get me out of here. Why did I ever turn up to that fucking fight?
Looking at your trainers,
get me out of there, please. Fucking hell. I walked up to the telephone thing to ring my mum. Remember this big group of black lads there? Like, obviously they've run in the wing, you know what I mean? You could tell. I'm naive to out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't really start becoming proper violent and stuff like that till I were 17, 18. This was like in the playground. I shouldn't have never have been there.
Yeah.
And he's like going, oh, can I lend a couple of credits, mate? I said, yeah, of course you can, when you had phone cards. Put the fucking phone card in. He's chatting away like this and watching my credit card. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, fucking hell, like, obviously, what do I say? And I just stood there like, he's looking at me, I'm like, yeah, you're all right. You know what I mean? I'm thinking, yeah, mate, he gave it me back. There's like, note on it. I went, oh, yeah, cheers, mate, thank you. Walked off, fucking hell. But then we ended up getting out after about 6 months, I think it was. Went up court and got released. And then it was just progression from there. But that changed me. That prison sentence changed me.
Yeah.
So next time I went in, I was a different person. You know what I mean? And done young offenders. Then later on in life, I mean, I've been questioned about 2 murder cases. I've been inside for attempted murder. I got 6 years for that. I've been shipped all over the country. You know, Risley, Stafford, Stockton, Leicester, Nottingham, Rambert, Brixton, you know, all over the place. You know what I mean? Just on the ghosted train. You know what I mean? Scrapping everywhere you go.
What did you think of Brixton? I've been there, but I was only there for a weekend. Why I was there, I was on an appeal, and the appeal courts are there. So they put you in Brixton for the weekend while you do your
well, that's
appeal.
what they've done with me. I were up on an appeal, but then what they've done is they kept me there because I was causing trouble where I'd come from. They fucking fucked me off there.
Ghosted
I thought I was
you.
only there for the weekend. They ended up fucking leaving me there. I'm like, oh, no. You know what I mean? And it's, nightmare. So they just left me there. And obviously, it's tough as fuck there, ain't it? You know what I mean? And I just thought, fucking hell, but I was different then. I didn't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I just did not give a fuck.
The food's different, you have black-eyed peas and all that. It's like proper like black food, it is, honestly.
I remember walking down and there was this like big, massive black lad on the server. Kept slamming my food on my plate, you know what I mean? It's like a couple of days he's done it. And I thought, he's taking the fucking piss now, you know what I mean? When you had the metal trays as well.
Yeah.
So I thought to myself, you know what, next time he fucking slams it on. And he was doing it to everyone, he was just a cunt, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought next time do it again, the tray round his fucking head, I don't give a fuck, you know what I mean? It's gone like, I could see it just gone to slam it like that, just fucking leg straight over, bosh, straight round his face. Fucking whole server he's gone up, you know what I mean? What it is, I'm on my own, so they're all fucking dived on me. But yeah, I just can't tolerate out like that. You know, bullying and shit like that, it's just wrong. You know, to be a bully for me, a lot of people, I get it all over social media when this stuff is all in the press about me and that. You know, he's a bully, he's no but a bully and all this lot. No one can come to me and say I've ever bullied anyone.
No.
I've been blatant what I do. I don't, when I used to go and rob people, I've gone as me. I don't go with a balaclava on hiding. It's me. You got an issue, let's sort it out. If not, we'll keep it between ourselves. I've got to eat the way the same as you has, and off I go. You know what I I mean? You know, I ain't hiding the way I am.
Tax one, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm not a bully boy. I'm not a bully boy. I've never been a bully boy. You know what I mean? I've never been somebody who's uptown and seen someone and just sideswiped them for absolutely nothing. You know what I mean? That to me is a bully. You know, seeing vulnerable people and bullying them, stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I was in my A day, I still would today, I'd fight anybody. I'm not, you know what I mean? You can't pick and choose who you're fighting. It's like in a debt collection game. You can't pick and choose who you collect a debt off. You know what I mean? You get a debt, you get the work, you go and collect it. You do, you know what I mean? Oh, he's got a bit of a name. Yeah, I'm going to leave that one.
I've had a few shady fights where I've gone to shake hands as I'm shaking hands, I'm left-handed and I've fucking clocked him, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the thing with that is, if you know it's going off, it's going off.
It's going off, you know, you can feel it.
So
anyway.
you got to just get on with it.
I'd rather get the first one, and it gives me a
course
chance, you know what I mean?
Ain't that? You know, if you're going, if somebody's going to hit you, it's going to hurt, ain't it? You know what I mean? I don't care who you are.
Yeah.
Someone's going to hit you, it's going to hurt. So, who wants to be smacked in the face? You know what I mean? No one wants to be smacked in the face.
You said that you went through the young offenders the 6 months and that changed you. You said about the incident with the phone card. But what else happened over that 6 months that changed you, that made you different when you went to the next one?
Just realising, you know, like, I'm in jail. Padmate hung himself, woke up, he didn't die, woke up to seeing him hanging there.
Hanging there?
Yeah, just hanging there.
What was his issue? Was he depressed or?
I think it was his girlfriend. To be honest, yeah. I had another padmate, looked after him, he was vulnerable, sort of like, we looked after each other because we was both a bit like that at the time. And found out he was in for fucking rape, you know what I mean, when he'd gone. And it was just like, I thought, I'm getting fucking mugged off here, I'm getting treated like a cunt, you know what I mean? And
didn't anyone say it to you while you were in there?
No one knew. Said he was in for burglary. You know what I mean? Because I was on remand. Said he were in for burglary. Fucking went court, never come back. Asked the screw why he hadn't come back. Said, oh, he's a rapist. For fuck's sake, you know what I mean? I like got dead close with him. But it was just, I suppose, look, listen, it's no good. I ain't going to sit here and say, yeah, from the age of 10, I was hard as fuck and whatever. That's not me, you know what I mean? I can be honest about whatever.
Yeah.
Till the age of 16, I was just a normal kid. Gone to a bit of trouble, just done what a normal kid done. At the age of 16, my life turned dramatically. You know what I mean? I went to jail, seen all that in jail. That was sharp shock. And just the next time I went, I thought, I've got to play this totally different, you know what I mean? And then obviously influences around me. I started going down the football. You know, when I got out of jail, going back in, and you've been down the football and stuff like that.
So what's your history with football? How did that start?
Well, it started when my dad used to take me down there. And he was an active member of the baby squad, and used to put me in the window. Used to look out the window while they were going at it. You know what I mean?
In the boozer.
Yeah, in the boozer. Yeah, we used to look outside the window. You know what I mean? And the fucking outside going at it, and and then down the ground. Obviously, it was all standing there, and he used to clash in the corners and stuff. I used to always think, oh, this is brilliant. You know what I mean? But I'm a kid, you know what I mean? You're you know what I mean? You're impressed by that, ain't you?
You get that rush.
Yeah.
You wanna go and clock people because you wanna look like, for the older lads, you wanna make a name for yourself.
Yeah, of course. That's how it was when I was younger. And it's just like progression from there, you know what I mean? I was like, everyone knew I was because of my dad and my mum and whatnot.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've gone on, and you know, I'm now, well, not now, but yeah, I'm you know, I'm an active member of the baby squad, and I'm if not the top lad down there, you know what I mean?
So most of our viewers are out of America. They're thinking, what is he on about, the baby squad? Could you just explain what all that means?
Yeah, the baby squad basically is how can I put it? It's a name, like you got all your football firms have got names. I know the baby squad's from, they always say about Leicester, they're not how to dress, they're no good at fighting, apparently. Fucking hell.
They're only jealous because they're always dead smart and suave, you know what I mean?
But,
That's all it is.
Yeah, the baby squad is like, because it comes from long before me, but like, they were all young lads, and that's why they called them the baby squad.
Yeah.
But anyone that's into football will respect Leicester and Leicester's baby squad, because they know they've got a firm. We've been up and down it. I've been up and down this country, and I've heard all the stories from before. You know, when my dad and all his mates, and obviously I travel with his mates now, and they all, you know, they all say, "We were here and we were there."
Well, you know where Leicester's been home or away. You know for you,
yeah,
you know for a fact you've been into a fight.
We're active. We've got a right tidy mob. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right tidy mob. We've got the old uns, we've got the middle class, and then we've got a load of young uns coming through at the minute.
Stone Island crew.
The young uns, fucking
Yeah.
yeah.
That's go fighting in like 289, 300 pound jumpers, like fucking hell.
I remember we were playing Tottenham, and we come down New Walk. It'd been going off all the way down New Walk, and there were a pub like at the bottom of New Walk is the prison, and across the road there's a pub called the Swan and Rushes, and I was running in there, me and my mate. I said, "Get ready, they're coming now." Like someone's gone, "Who's coming?" I went, "Them fucking yids, they're coming down now." As I've said that, I've turned around and I thought, that were fucking Cockney that just said who's coming. I've turned around, I've looked, it's load of their fucking lads.
It's their boys.
Fucking hell. Neck's gone like that, fucking hood's come off my Stone Island jacket, scrapping like fuck, fucking battered us, me and my mate, battered us, fucking just got outside, then all my mates are coming, obviously Tottenham are there, and it went off mental, and I just thought, what the fuck? What dippy cunt runs into the... But that was one of our pubs, so I just assumed it was fucking... I was only young again at the time, so I didn't, like...
Well, back then, you wouldn't let your pub get took over, would you?
No. But I mean, I'd give it to Tottenham. And two fans I've ever seen at Leicester is Tottenham and Sheffield Wednesday. Two massive fans. I remember Wednesday, they'd come straight through the town centre, the parked at Abbey Park, and walked straight up the street and up through the clock tower and straight up, and they had a right mob, one of the best mobs I've ever seen come to Leicester, and like I say, Tottenham as well. They've brought a good
I've
mob.
seen a few non-Premiers, like Swansea, have got a fucking firm.
Swansea got a firm, yeah, definitely. A lot of teams have got firms now.
Yeah.
A lot of young kids now are into it. It's more the young ones, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
The old ones are all on banning orders, and I mean, I got.
Didn't it gut you when you seen in the Russia when you seen all our lads
order.
getting twatted? Well, it wasn't really our lads. That was just young lads on the piss. And then, I mean, they didn't have much of a chance against them UFF fighters and shit, did they? Really? You know what I mean? Fucking hell.
Just yeah, that football violence, fuck now. It's too many fucking cameras, too many people too busy filming it, and the old biller on it to fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, fuck them cameras. Just the average guy with them fucking just a fucking
just stood there videoing it.
Oh,
yeah.
let's watch this fight.
Yeah.
Put it on YouTube.
That's what I mean. You think you got away with it, and next thing it's fucking popped up on YouTube with 1 million views, and you think, well, one of them's got to be a copper.
Yeah.
Out of that million, one of them's got to be a copper, and he's fucking seen me fucking battering someone. You know what I mean? I've had some right good rounds, you know what I mean? QPR away, right good row there. You know, Wolves at home, I got 2 year in Nick and 7 year banning order for that. That were good row.
What actually happened at those?
Wolves at home. I walked past the pub, and they come out and they went, "Winks, where's your farm?" This is when I'm like older in life, when they knew who I was. I said, "Look," I said, you know, a lot of them are in the town because they're in the town. They're at the top of they're in the high cross, and a lot of their boys were there at the time. I said, "Well, you know they're up there." I says, "You know what? Wait here a minute." And I thought there's bound to be a few lads down the pub. I ran down, and it was full of the lads off the estate, my mates.
Yeah.
I said, "Fucking hell, lads, come with me." What? I said, "Let's have a fucking." Told them with the heads up, you know what I mean. So went straight in the boozer. "Come on, then, you cunts. Come out." And went, "What, you want it?" And fucking bang, smacked it. Just went off mental. The headline was when I got banged away for it, I got 2 year in Nick for it, and a 7 year banning order. Moronic tribal fuggery, victim left looking like Elephant Man. That was the headline in the Sun. So
didn't do you any favours, like, did they? Really?
No. Fucking, but yeah, it's just fucking football violence, ain't it?
As a young person getting into football violence, then you already had this violent streak building. Was that a way to channel that for you? Is that what it did for you?
Give you something to do the weekend, didn't it? You know, half the time you'd have it on the dole or didn't have much money. You'd go to the match and you'd have a fight and you'd enjoy it, wouldn't you?
I remember I used to uptown and I used to think, my ideal night uptown, you know, a lot of people would be grab a bear, take her home and shag her. Mine was fucking getting a scrap. You know what I mean? If I didn't have a scrap, I'd go home and lay on my fucking bed like that, fuming.
Yeah.
Mum would open the door and say, "What's up with you? You didn't get a shag last night?" I'd be like, "No, I didn't get a fucking scrap." You know what I mean? But it's just that progression. For me, it was a massive progression. It started off as, you know what I mean, I was just a normal kid. And it just went into the football violence. Then I was doing doors when I was 15, 16, working in Inkler. Right rough place, a lot of travellers there and stuff like that, so you're scrapping all the time. That's what I mean. When I was 16, that's when it was just violence for me.
Yeah.
You know, I was on the doors at 16, I was down the football, I was up the fucking town, I were in gangs, scrapping other gangs, and you know what I mean? Like,
you got to respect some of them travellers, though, because they're fucking tough as fuck, aren't
fuck
they?
me, yeah.
They are like
Listen,
fucking...
I respect any man. Any man that's going to stand there and have a fucking row, you know what I mean? Like fist to fist, not pull someone out and stab you up and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And I know people that know me will look at that and think...
And it's not hard kicking people on the floor either, people,
that's what
you know what I mean?
People will look at me and say, you know, it's quite common knowledge, I've been done for stabbings and stuff like that. That's fine, you know what I mean? Whatever. But if you want to stand with me toe to toe, I'm not going to pull a fucking knife out and stick it in you. I'll pull a knife out and stick it in you when the time warrants that, you know what I mean?
When you know they do it to you.
Yeah,
when
when you know they're mongrels and they're going to do it to you, so you got to get them first. You got to do it. You got no choice.
So there ain't no point in fucking having morals there.
Yeah,
is there?
but for me, to stand and have a toe to toe like the good old fashioned days and shake your hand at the end of it, that's it. You know what I mean? We still have it now. You know, our lads, we've got a little firm now called the Musketeers. And if we ever have any trouble, you know what I mean? There's a traveller in that and stuff. They just sort the one-on-one out. We're going to meet on a park and just have a one-on-one. Yeah. You know what I mean? And then at the end of it, it's done. You know what I mean?
I mean, them Russians are fucking crazy, aren't they? There's like 25 there, 25 there.
Yeah, skins and
shit
tops.
Out of one another.
They'll smash each other to bits, yeah.
We had a guy on the podcast, Frank Portinari, and he was Tottenham, so he's going to like what you said about them. Yeah. But he said, you know, going in the pubs, having these running battles, punching each other up, beating the shit out of each other, fine. But then some people cross the line and pull the weapons out. So how do you know where that line is?
Listen, I were at QPR way, right? We had this big scrap. There weren't many of us. We'd bumped into them. And we'd end up having a scrap with them. My mate got sparkoed. And it just stopped for that minute, and I said, get him out of the way. And we just dragged him out of the way, like put him to fucking safety. And it just went off again. I think down the football, the younger generation now are fucking the ones that are...
They're the ones stamping on your
stabbing and stamping and shit like that. It never went on. When I was younger, when I was doing it, when I was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, that never went on. It was just a mutual, it was unwritten rule. Now you have unwritten rules. That were one. You don't go stamping on their heads and you don't go, you know, if someone's had enough, they've had enough, you know what I mean? Well, you end up, you never heard down the football. How many times you heard down the football someone's been seriously hurt or someone's dead? I've never heard down the football in this country someone's died.
No.
I've never heard someone seriously injured. You know what I mean?
You know, your top boy got done, fucking just broke nose.
Yeah,
whatever,
it's a bust nose, broke jaw, whatever. You never... You know what I mean? You open the paper every day and someone's stabbed, shot or whatever. You don't never hear it football violence related. You know what I mean? Football related, never.
So if you're in charge of a firm, have you got to keep the youngsters in check so they don't go over that line?
The thing is, you know, like, you know, you say in charge of a firm, it don't really go on anymore. You're just respected down there, and people like, oh, you're going at the weekend and where you going and on phones and stuff. With the youngsters now, you got no control over them. Who's got control over youngsters now?
No.
They're fucking crazy. They're doing their own thing. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're an OG to them. They look up to you, but they just go
but they don't, do they? Because they look at you like a number and they want to take your ticket.
Yeah.
Well, fuck me, I stabbed Winks at the weekend. Exactly the same with me when I got put in a coma 2 years ago. Tomorrow it is, and that will buy 3 young kids.
Can you give us that story?
I was just on a night out in Leicester, and I'd come up the bars like downstairs, and I come up the stairs, and I looked across the road, and there was this girl who I know, it's like a friend of mine's daughter.
Yeah.
And these lads were like pushing her around and ragging her up and that. And I just thought, you know what I mean? No man out there, if you're a true man, you ain't gonna watch a girl be ragged around, especially not by 3 lads. So I didn't go flying over and, you know what I mean? I just walked over. I said, what are you fucking doing, lads? You know what I mean? It's a bird. And I can't 100% remember what happened, but I've been told. Apparently one of them whacked me in the face. And I've like gone, what you doing? And then the other one smacked me with something over the head. You know what I mean? And I just went down. I've hit my head on the curb. Died 3 times.
Died 3 times?
Yeah, 3 times, yeah. Yeah. We're in a coma in the Queen's Medical.
Is that internal bleeding in the brain that causes
that?
No,
never. You know what? I never had. This is what they don't know. Never had no bleeding. Never had no. After it, like I woke up, I was bad for about a week, but I never had no like needed to talk, learn to talk, walk or out like that. I was just, I don't know. I mean, I was very fucking lucky, I suppose.
All the mad crazy football fights you've had and all the mad fights in general between collecting and whatever, and fucking some fucking kids take you fucking out. It's fucking wrong, isn't it? Like?
Look, it's like this, like I said, I've been shot at twice. You know, I've been stabbed once. I've been slashed. I've been stabbed in the arse as well, so that's twice. I've been.
There's dangerous though. People say it's where a lot of you fucking arteries and shit are.
In
you know
your
what I mean?
arse.
Yeah.
And I've been in fucking millions of fights and whatever, and I nearly get took out by 3 young kids. You know what I mean?
So there's
It's
about
ironic, that, isn't it?
I know.
there's about 10 stories there. People would be like wondering what the fuck. All right, let's start with the arse one. How did you manage to get stabbed in the arse? What happened?
Down the football.
Well, you're going to go with the arse one. What's wrong with you, lad? You got something you got to say?
Remember, he's been in prison.
Look at the gloves.
Put the gloves on.
It was a
tie me up.
It was a football situation.
Yeah, basically just down the football and fucking. I don't even remember it. I just remember my mate saying, "You're fucking bleeding out your arse." What do you mean bleeding out my arse?
Like, look at me arse,
and fucking, my arse was like, my jeans were ripped. Someone had just gone like that, I think. Fucking
It's a
blood
shitty way
pouring
to
down
do
my
it, though, isn't it?
fucking,
Just
down my
quick
back.
fucking on your ass.
You know what I mean? Just down my legs and that. I was fucking covered in claret.
Yeah.
And I just had I remember like, it was dead weird because it's just above me, like the top of my arse, where my arse ends, it's just a slash like that.
Lucky didn't get you right there.
I know, yeah, there, you're fucking dead, ain't you?
Yeah.
Just bleeding to death.
Yeah. What was the moment in your life that you thought was the most dangerous for you?
Obviously that coma. When I woke up at that coma, my partner at the time, who I got my kids with, I said to her, fucking hell, who's whacked me? Come on, let's go home. And she went, Mark, don't move. And then I went, like that, because I had a tube down my neck, like down my throat and fucking whatnot. And I thought, what the fuck? And I went like that, and then all the nurses come, and because I'd just woke up out of the coma, and then I looked and like, I thought, fuck me, what's going on? And she went, Mark, you've been in a coma. You're in Queen's Medical in intensive care. I remember like looking up, and like everything was just dead weird. Like it was the weirdest feeling I've ever had in my life.
Were you going through enemies thinking, who's done this to me?
No, not at that time.
No.
You know what I mean? Not at that time. I just thought, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Scared.
I just thought, what is going on? I just thought someone had whacked me. That's how I felt.
Yeah.
Thought someone had whacked me. You know what I mean? Now I remember I took my mask off like that, and because where the band had been, it dug in my head. And I went, fucking hell, what's that scar on my head? Because it dug in my head. Like they're all going, calm down. Because obviously I'm a big lad. And like, well, vile.
How's your memory coming out of a coma?
I don't remember about that, and I don't really remember it for a couple of days after I woke up out of the coma.
Really?
It's not weird.
So you're like adjusting?
Like a week gap in my life there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I don't feel any animosity. You know what I mean? It is what it is. How can I... know the things I've done in my life, I'm a cunt if I sit here and go, oh, I got it, and fuck you know, you know what I mean? I can't sit and do that.
No.
I've done it myself to people, you know what I mean? Their families have had to go through it, so...
You will get yours, though.
It is what it is, ain't it?
Yeah.
You know, you gotta just accept it. I've accepted it and moved on. God help them when I fucking get hold of them. But I've accepted it. They're lifed off now. They're in prison. They're lifed off. So
Did they kill someone?
Yeah, they killed a jeweller. They kidnapped a jeweller and killed him.
Yeah.
He had a heart attack or something. And when they were, I don't know what was going on.
So going back to your life then, we had you going in the young offenders, 6 months, you come out a different person. You've already described how you got into the hooligan stuff and what the violence does for you. So now I imagine your crimes are escalating and you're going to be getting sent into prison for more, for longer periods of time. What were those earlier prison experiences like for you, going in as someone who's, you said the first 6 months you were clueless, but now you're like streetwise?
Well, you're a different person. I'm not that person who, when I first went in, I'm not that person, you know what I mean? I'm a different person now. But I was suffering bad with mental health and that at the time, so I just didn't have no feelings. I had no fear.
What were the symptoms of that other than the violence?
There was a stage when I was hearing voices, you know. I suffer bad with my OCD. That's part of it as well. It's just horrible. You know what I mean? Paranoia, like get real bad paranoia. Still do now. Depression, and yeah, it's what it is. It when I first went into jail, it bothered me. When I kept going in, I accepted it was just a way of life.
Yeah.
I accepted it were an occupational hazard for me. You know what I mean? If I'm going to go out there earning my money and I get caught and get put in jail, what can I do? I can't sit roaring about it. I've got to get on with it. When I first went in jail, I remember when the door slammed, I went, oh, fuck, what have I done? You know what I mean?
It's a horrible feeling.
And then, after that time, when I went in again, it was like, the door slams and it's like,
get your head down.
How are you, mate? What you in here for then? You know what I mean? It's just, that's what it is. You know what's coming, don't you? Whereas before, I didn't know what was coming.
You know the routine.
Yeah.
You'd almost, I mean, you don't say you want to go there, but it's a bit of a break, innit? It's a bit of like...
It was just, for me, it was just one of them things. You know what I mean? I would live in that way of life, or involved in all the gang shit, or doing what I was doing, and you're going to get nicked and you're going to go to jail. Remember, I got let out one morning, I got nicked, and I was back in the next day. They nicked me at the night, interviewed me, and took me court the next morning. I was back in that night. In just over 24 hours, I was back in. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's crazy. But it's like I say, that's like the past. I look at my life like a book. That's just another chapter in the book. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's like now I'm on the chapter, I want to do acting now. So I've done like loads of TV stuff, music videos, documentaries. Done a massive documentary with Shaun Smith, who I used to work with, about bare-knuckle fighting. That were on Netflix. That went massive. So I've done that with him. Just loads of stuff. I've done absolutely loads of like acting work now. And I want to go down that route now, so to speak. You know what I mean?
And you still do private security as well? Yeah,
if my mate's got a big security firm in Leicester, so I do. If he ever needs me, I'll jump on that.
Yeah.
People, I do stuff for if people need it. Say they've got a wedding or they've got something like that, or a party. Could just do a year because I'm a face in Leicester. People think, oh, he's there, so we're not going to cause any trouble.
Yeah.
So,
do you get like the well, not court girls, but like the escorts and that? Did they call for your assistance? No, they go in houses and places.
Yeah. No, I've never got into that. There was a time when I could have done, but I never chose to get into. Yeah, I've never chose to really get into. You know what that is? Well, this is going to sound fucking thingy because we've all fucking had a prostitute in his lifetime, ain't we? But, for me, to take a woman to exploit herself and sit there and then get paid for sitting there, it just wouldn't sit right with me.
But she's got to do it anyway.
Yeah, but no one wakes up and says, right, my living's going to be a fucking prostitute.
Yeah.
They've all, for me, every escort or prostitute has got some really bad going on. And I wouldn't sit right and feel right being part of that, especially not for monetary gains. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong, if one fucking rang me up and said, I went round an house last night and they fucking done this, that and the other to me, I'd be fucking straight round there sorting it out. But I couldn't sit there for monetary gains watching her abuse herself. You know what I mean? Yeah. Never.
Going back to your prison experience after the 6 months then, you said people were hustling you when you went in. He used your phone card up. Mm-mm. Next time you go in, you're street smart. Are people testing you?
No, not really, because I've changed. You know what it is? Clearly I carried myself in a certain way. My head was down, I was skinny, I had long hair. You know what I mean? I'm plodding along. You know what I mean? I'm shitting myself. People... That's bullying for you.
Yeah.
That's vulnerability. I can see he's vulnerable. I'm going to capitalise on that.
They're like wolves as well in prison.
That's what happened then. Next time I come in, my head's up. I ain't got my long hair no more. Yeah. I've got some weight on me. well, the bloke in the lad in the cell 2 doors away ain't like that, so we'll pick on him and not him. You know what I mean? And then, but what it was, because of what had happened to me, that was always in my head. So whenever I seen it going on, I was straight in. I wouldn't accept bullying in any way, shape or form in prison.
Have you got stories of where you intervened in that?
Yeah, I mean, I've intervened in loads of stuff in jail. You know what I mean? I've fucking loads of stuff. You know, like, you get some horrible cunts in there, don't you? No one likes them. You know, I remember a lad in Welford Road, everyone was shit scared of him. See, this is what I mean. They were in there for rape. Common knowledge he were in there for rape. Because of who he was, people were scared of him. You know what I mean?
I'm still something. No matter where you're in America, no matter who the fuck you are, how big you are, if you're in for rape, you're getting rolled up. You're getting fucking.
Well, listen, here in Leicester, obviously Leicester's all local people. Everyone knows who he is. He's a tasty character. You know what I mean? Ended up fucking having it with him. You know what I mean? Because I ain't accepting that. Don't fucking try and talk to me when you're in for rape. You can't. I don't care whether who you are or what you are or anything. You know what I mean? You know, there's been loads of times, bullying especially. I don't like bullying. I mean, I've just been, on the way up here, I've been sat speaking to a lad and he was telling me he's 12 years old. He had a suitcase with him, with his mum. And I said, oh, you going on holiday? He says, no, I'm going, this one away from Leicester to Bank. He says, I'm going to Birmingham to have brain surgery. He'd had it a few times. And he says, oh, some kids are nasty to me sometimes. Like, he kept going like that and shaking with his eyes and that. And
Yeah.
I was and I sat and I spoke to him like, and I said, don't ever let no one bully you, mate. I says, you're not different. You're a special person. You've got a story. You're not boring like everyone else. Look at it like that, mate. And I had a real in-depth conversation with him. And like, when he left, he like went, you all right, like that. And I went, get here. And he would come over like that. And I just grabbed him, gave him an hug and that. I said, don't ever let no one bully you and keep your head up and hope it all goes well. You know, like, as I walked away, like, I thought to myself, I'll probably never see that lad again. I don't know whether he's going to go into that brain
They'll
surgery
stick with
and
him,
come
though.
out of it, you know? Yeah, but I don't know if he's going to go into that brain surgery and ever come out of it, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's things like that affects me now, you know what I mean? That's why I know I'm a bit different now, because before, I've done some horrific, nasty shit in my life, you know what I mean? And it doesn't affect me. It did not affect me. You know, now, a bit later on in life, now I'm trying to change and I do all my charity work and I've got kids of myself and stuff like that.
Do you think you're not trying to pay back for what you've done, but do you think subconsciously that's what you are doing for yourself?
I know what you're saying. I'm doing it for myself, yeah. I'm doing it because I want to do it. It's not fake, because one thing ain't is fake.
Yeah.
But I like the feeling that I'm giving back as well, you know what I mean? I like the feeling that I'm giving something back, and it makes me feel better as a person. You know what I mean? I do a lot of, like I say, I've run 5 marathons for charity. I play football matches. I do anything, any kind of charity work. I mean, at home I've got just about 20 signed things, like all footballers, boxing, everything. People will ring me up, oh, you got out for the auction? I'll say, yeah, come around, pick what you want, and I'll always donate money. And I just take what I do now is I take my time out. I'm not selfish anymore. That's what it is.
Yeah.
I'm not selfish no more. I like to give and listen to people now. You couldn't speak to me when I was like 25. I was fucking evil.
You knew everything.
There were no there. You can't tell me nothing. Who the fuck do you think you are? You can't. Don't try and tell me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm fucking Winks. You know what I mean? That's how it was for me. You know, I'm 39 now, and I'm not what I used to be. And there's too many young people out there that want to take your name, your reputation, and I don't want to not go home to my kids, or I don't want to go home to my kids with a big fucking Mars bar across my face. Or
You'd
something like that.
rather have your health and your family than then your
Especially now,
reputation.
you've done what you've done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've all done what we've done. I don't sit here and protest to ever be any kind of big man or anything like that. I led one path, other people led another path. I'm not going to sit here and say I was a gangster, I was this, I was that. That ain't me. I'm not about that. I know what I've done in my life. I'm quite happy to share it with anybody that wants to know the story. I do youth work, you know, I've helped a lot of young boys on an estate near mine that were taking the wrong path, and I've sit and speak to them and stuff like that. And it's just about I'm at that point where I want to give back, you know what I mean?
If you can keep one person out of prison, you're doing good.
You've succeeded, ain't you?
Yeah.
And I know I've kept one out. I know.
Yeah.
I know I kept one out, and I know
I'm
it's going
49,
well.
you know, 9 stone heavier than I was when I was 39.
I just think that when you get to a certain, I cannot be the active person I was when I was 25. It's impossible now.
Yeah.
I've had too many knocks, bumps, bruises. I ain't what I used to be.
But you're physically healthy still.
Yeah, still go gym every day. And don't get me wrong, I won't let no one ever trouble me. You ever
Yeah.
come to my door, well, there's one of us going to be walking away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So don't get twisted. I ain't like fucking, you know, I'm a goody two-shoes now, because I will never ever be that. And I'll always do what I do, and I'll always have my hands in pies and whatever. But my thing now is I want to change my life around, and I want to get on this acting and this charity work and telling my story and hoping people can learn from it and stuff like that. That's my path now, and
it's all positive.
Yeah, and I've done a bio for a book. I want to write a book. You know, there's things I want to do now. Whereas before, when I was 25, I didn't have nothing. You know, I didn't.
What were your goals? Going to the football match and getting into
yeah, you're living for the weekend, ain't you? You know what I mean? You're just living for the weekend. Yes. Crystal Palace away, can't wait, you know what I mean? New Stone Island jacket, think you're the dog's bollocks, you know.
Yeah.
You know, there's like that famous clip of that lad with the new Stone Island jacket on in the changing rooms, ain't there? And he's in the window going like that. We've all been like that, you know what I mean? Got it on, bouncing around and thought, come on then, like that, you know what I mean? Okay, no. I just look at it. I think everybody's laughing at that. Oh, you twat. And I think if
everyone's done that on a Saturday.
If you all tell the truth, you've all fucking done it at 9 o'clock on a Saturday morning when you're on the way to the football. You know what I mean? But
especially when the Daystalker hats come out now, they're the boss then.
But yeah, it's life, ain't it? It's like a book. It's chapters in the book, and that's where I'm at. I've got 101 stories to tell. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love the fact I wouldn't change one thing about my life. I wouldn't change the fucking mental, physical abuse I suffered throughout my life. I would not change it because it's made me who I am today. And it's part of the journey. You know what I mean? It's part of the journey.
Since I got back in 02, I've never been arrested. I've never been in trouble. Married, settled. I think that, I mean, the big thing for me was getting married. It's just like that changed my life in a way. Because she's completely different to me. She's like, she worked for the council, she works for the ombudsman. Completely different. I mean, she's educated and she's just from completely two different worlds.
Yeah.
But that's how we get on, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, for me, my turning point was 5 years ago. I mean, I was always told I couldn't have kids.
Yeah.
I went and got tested. I felt all right, cunt. Got tested and they come back and they said, well, there's some good news and bad news. And I went, go on then. They went, 80% of your sperm's dead. I thought, fucking hell, at least I've got 20% live.
Yeah.
They went, but the 20% is very dormant. That's what they said to me. I thought, so what you're basically saying is I'm fucked. But what I've done is I just changed the way I hit at the time. I went gym and that lot. And I mean, I'm hoping it's mine. Not really. I know it's mine. But yeah, the missus at the time, she got pregnant and I've got a beautiful son who I have every other weekend, and we're season ticket holders down to football and we just enjoy life together. We're always doing something.
So now your football days are completely different in a way, aren't they, with your son? They're like...
No, not really, because when I'm with my son, we only go home games. I take him the other way game, but I won't take him where there's any trouble.
Yeah.
But don't get me wrong, fucking hell, I know people will frown at this, but I've had trouble when I've been with my son. Because I'm known down there and other firms know me.
Yeah.
You know, you have it. And I ain't somebody who's, I've got my son, what you starting for? You know what I mean? I'm going to say, you know what, son? Or see one of the lads, hold him a minute. Fucking go, what, you know what I mean? I ain't someone who shies away. I don't back down, and then I'm still active when we go away and stuff. You know what I mean, massive turning point for me was definitely my son being born, and my granddad died in my arms. He was my best mate. He meant the world to me. You know, absolutely idolise. I miss him every single fucking day of my life. Yeah, he's fucking hard. He died in my arms, my best friend. And when he died, it was about a year later that the ex got pregnant. So it was like dead weird. I always took it that it was a gift off him telling me to change. It's time to change now, because...
So as an old life goes, a new life comes.
Yeah, because he was a teddy boy. He were a gangster. When Charlie Cray come to Leicester, he worked with Charlie Cray.
All
And
right.
I've seen the photos and everything, so I know it ain't lies, and people have told me and stuff like that. So he always used to tell me stories, and he'd love to hear my stories and stuff like that. We just used to sit for hours. And
When you say a teddy boy, were they those with did they have like DA, Duck's Arse, hers?
yeah, just all dead smart, weren't they? And suits and, you know.
Dapper.
Yeah, I've got photos of him when he was younger, and he just looks he looked like Elvis. That's what they used to say. He looked like Elvis Presley. And yeah, just like my hero, so to speak, you know what I mean? And he was wicked. He was wicked. And he died in my arms, and when he died, it done my head in. And I went dodgy for about a year. And then sorted myself, I had that test done and stuff, and thought, I've got to sort myself out. And then Mrs. got pregnant, and then it just all come together. It was like, I told I couldn't have kids, or very minimal chance. My granddad's died in my arms, you know, a year and a half later, he gifted me this child and told me it's time to change your way of life, you know what I mean? So ever since then, you know, he's been dead 10 years on the 2nd, but 5 years after that. So ever since my son was born, really, it's my life's changed a lot.
Congratulations on that.
Yeah, it's good that.
Yeah.
You said you got 101 stories.
Yeah.
What's the craziest story you've not told us yet?
I remember I was in Risley prison, and there was this old boy, and he was downstairs, and they hated me there. And the reason they hated me there, I had a phone, and everyone knew I had this phone. And I remember I used to be in the showers, and they'd come and rush me in the showers to get my phone and shit, you know what I mean? So I used to have to leave it like just out the water. As soon as I had the door go, I used to grab it, put it up, cheek it, and then jump out because I knew what was coming. And they couldn't fucking get this phone off me for love nor money. And I ended up in the end, they kept taking me to the block, and then one day they said to me, "We're shipping you out." I said, "Thank fuck." First of all, but thank fuck for that. And they shipped me to Stafford, and I fucking pulled this phone out. Now bear in mind, I've been at Risley 6 months. I never got to charge it or nothing. But thought, I'm not going to give it up. I'm a fuck. And I got 2 big batteries and put the leads on and charged it up. One of them ones that used to flip round, them pencil ones. And charging it up anyway. And fucking the screw come to the door and went, "Oh, you've got something." And I went, "Can you just give me a minute?" Because I thought the phone's on charge and it's going to fuck it. And he went, "No, come on, winkle this out." I thought, no. So I've gone to this, like, I can't remember what it was, like an educational thing or something, because I just got there. Fucking got back to the stand. Bear in mind, I fought tooth and nail, fucking fell out with everyone. The easiest thing for me to do. They told me to give me $1,000 for it if I get. Obviously, I would have never got the gun. Everything. And got back to the sound, I blew the fucking phone up. The battery had gone. And I just sat there and I thought, fucking hell, I've been through fucking hell to keep that phone. First time I banged it on charge, I blew the bastard up. But going back to the old bloke as well, I used to go and see him every morning, used to speak to him. No one spoke to me there, because I'm from Leicester and stuff. Speak to this old boy. And one day I went down, and he was always like on his door, And I went down, like, when I want to let you out for breakfast. I went down there, we were laying on his bed. And I went out, I said, come on, Paul. Was it Paul? Yeah, I think his name was Paul or something. Come on, Paul, get up. And he had all his kit on. I thought he'd just got up and gone back to sleep. Well, I don't know if he had. He was fucking dead. It wasn't like it shook him. He was fucking dead. You know what I mean? And it was like mad. And then what the surreal thing was, like, I've gone and told the screen, he's like, dead casually, yeah, all right, and it's like, not fucking lock away, right? He's gone in, checked him, and pulled the door to, and everyone's going about the business. I'm stood down and thinking, the fucking cunt's dead in there, you know what I mean? You could at least, like, yeah, or bang the door to. He's just banged the door to, and I thought, so I'm just like, I've stood down, I've ended up fucking getting, like, really irate about it, just gone back to the cell. The next morning, I just stayed in my cell because I was fucking fuming. Next morning, I've, like, walked out, looked down, like, just how I used to all the time. So another fucking lad stood there. They hadn't even fucking, the cunt weren't even cold, and they've took him out and put someone else in the cell, you know what I mean? Like, no respect. And I thought, and I walked down and I looked at the mattress, and the mattress is what the fucking cunt had died on. So, you know, wearing a new mattress, right?
Yeah.
I thought, you fucking vile bastard, you know what I mean? I thought
So
someone was
they
laying
just
dead.
took his body and put a new
Yeah, I said
person
to the
in.
bloke, I said, someone was laying dead on that fucking bed, you know, yesterday morning. Because you're my mate. And he went, you're fucking joking. And I went, no. You know what I mean? 24 hours later, there's a new lad in there laying on that fucking bed. Thought, bastard. But no, listen, I
But he made his day as well, you know what I mean?
I know, yeah. They shut the door, fucking hell, get me out of there. Fucking hell. Yeah, I've got loads of fucking crazy stories where I've been shot at. I remember I was shot at. I'd been on a door in Leicester, and I'd had a scrap with these out of town lads. And I found out after they'd followed me, and I was walking across this canal bridge, and this car comes speeding up the one, like it was one way, come up the wrong way. I thought, what the fuck's this? And as it pulled up, like, I knew what were coming.
Yeah.
I thought, shit, jumped straight over. This is like fucking 5 a.m, jumped straight over his thing, splashed straight into the fucking water. And there's like, no, them barges that clean the fucking things out. Like, scrambled to that, laid in that. Fucking hell, these lads have come down. Where is he? Where is he? Like, and I'm laying in this barge and thinking, please to God, fucking if we get him, I'm fucking shooting him. Oh, fucking hell. I had another one in Birmingham, worked on the door there, ended up battering this fucking lad. Found out, like, the local doorman said, fucking hell, you can get repercussions for that. So he's the right name round here. I said, oh, whatever. Fucking next day, fucking, I'm in the thing. Come straight over the radio. I'm in the club, straight over the radio. The front doors have been shot through. It was that bloke who'd come back for me, shot the fucking front door.
You know,
Oh, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. But it's just life, ain't it? You know what I mean? I've been fucking stabbed. I've been slashed, glassed, battered, fucking, you know what I mean? I ain't going to sit here and say, I've been untouchable, I've fucking battered everyone I've ever been in a fight with. I've been beat, I've been slashed, stabbed, fucking shot at, kicked from pillar to fucking post. No one's ever beat me as good as my mum did, though. You know
I
what
thought
mean?
I could win every fight until I got up in prison and got towards this big black guy. I called him something I shouldn't have called him. So I'll take him on, I don't give a fuck. He was big, like, fucking proper juiced up. We go in the fucking shower, we're going to have a fucking fight. And I thought, yeah, he's going to come running at me. He's going to be slow, but I'm not exactly fast, but I've got a decent dig on me. So I'm just waiting for him to fucking come. So I thought, I'll make the first move. And I went like that. And my fucking flip-flop come off and I fucking fell on my ass. He got on top of me and beat the fucking shit out of me. Fucking nose like this, jaw like this. I thought, oh, fucking hell. Oh, well, there you go, you know what I mean?
That's what it is, ain't it? Fucking hell. I remember I was in this fight with this lad and we're on the street and fucking fighting anyway. And it's like broke away and I've like skipped backwards and on a fucking wall. I've gone bosh straight over the wall. He's and fucking gave it, man. You know what I mean? I fucking, all the, you know, like I can't sit here and think of fucking everything off the top of my head. I'll probably walk out there and think, fucking I should have said that, should have said that. But I've lived an
Can't come to you straight away, can it?
I've lived an active life. I've loved every fucking, well, I ain't loved every minute of it, but all of it's a story. I'm still sat here today. I've got beautiful kids, beautiful family.
That's why you should write a little bit for your books.
Yeah,
and then
I'm
just, like,
comfortable. I'm doing what I'm doing. I can't ask for nothing else. You know what I mean? That's all it is to it.
So as a doorman, did you guys run the drugs?
No. I've never had my own door firm, if I'm honest. I used to get called up by this bloke, and wherever he had trouble, he'd have me. So I'd say, fucking hell, I've got trouble in Coventry, can you go and stand this door and sort it out? I've got trouble in Derby, Leicester, you know what I mean? So I used to go and do the doors wherever he wanted me to go.
Yeah.
And obviously you see the drugs going on and whatnot, you know what I mean? I've been on the door and people are, you know, you're searching people get drugs, and I've took drugs off people, you know what I mean, and fucking sold them on and stuff like that. But I know what you're saying, like, you've got the place locked down, you're the door team, you got it locked down, there's no drugs coming in, you're supplying the drugs and that. I've never been involved in that, you know.
And how often did it go off in your doorman years? Was it like every weekend?
For me, yeah.
Because you were going trouble spots.
Yeah, because I only ever went to where there were trouble. You know what I mean? I didn't really... I done the doors for... on and off for about 10 years. But then I just... For me, the doors are not the doors anymore. Fucking look at the people stood on the doors now. You know what I mean? They come up to you and say, oh, you know, you got to leave, and... Please, mate, fucking fuck off, you know what I mean? You know, anyone that's anyone can't get badged. You know what I mean? That's as plain and simple as it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you ain't got a badge, you can't stand on the door. I mean, there might be people that run the firm and quiet partners and that run the firm, but you ain't getting anyone that's anyone stood. Not saying that there ain't doormen out there that are odd that have got badges, because there is. You know what I mean? You got a lot of these...
young MMA fighters.
Yeah, and Russians and Polish and that, you know what I mean? They're fucking hard as nails, man.
Polish,
big units, hard as nails. But your majority of doormen now are like, you know what I mean?
There's the same as like security as the Morrisons of the late night.
Well, that's what they do. They work there and they come and stand on fucking the worst nightclub in Leicester at night. You know what I mean? It's just fucking... It's just mad.
Well, to get in a car, and I've never seen doormen do that, ever.
It's just mad. It's not what it used to be, is it now? You know what I mean? I mean, I'm 39, so when I speak to people that are 50, 55, I remember it was totally different back then, you know what I mean, to what it is even when I was on it, you know. I'm nearly 40, say I was on it when I was 20, 25, 15 years ago.
15 years ago. I know people who've had their own firms, and they were telling us, I was talking to one recently, he does security now, but it's like just proper security with like, he has Alsatians and that type of security. But he was just saying that when he had Warrington, he had the whole of Warrington basically on the doors there, and like doormen had come up from Birmingham, and they'd have like literally doorman wars where the doormen would be fighting with one another. And that must be fucking just off it, that, you know what I mean?
They're just all connected. You know, when you go to these like places like Brighton and stuff like that now, and Bournemouth and London and they're all connected. You get what I mean? So they refuse you entry from one door, like London, I'm on about like the areas, not the whole of London. You get refused from one door, you might as well go home, because you're not getting in no other door.
Did you just get out the phone door?
There's a big lad with gold tooth tattoos on his face heading down to you, don't let him in. Well, there ain't many walking around, so that look like me. So I ain't getting in, so you might as well just fucking go back and fucking lay in the hotel for the night.
Were you in any doorman wars?
I've not been in doorman wars. I've had fights with other doormen and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
Like doormen will come to try and take your door?
No, because they weren't my doors, so it didn't really bother me, you know what I mean? And they're not being funny. You know, at the time, you're getting like 20 quid an hour or something like that. Most doormen were on a tenner, because it was trouble where I was working. He'd give me a set amount for the night.
Yeah.
For me, it weren't really worth it, you know what I mean? I've been called in when people have got, you know, other doormen trying to take the doors and stuff like that. You get called in, I need a firm here because they're coming tonight and stuff like that. You know, they're going to try and cause trouble in the event or the place or whatever. I've been called in for that. But like I say, I've not really had anything to do with the doors since I was 25. You know what I mean? So the last 15 years, I've had nothing to do with the doors.
I think this day and age now, a lot of people are making more money working the festivals and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's good money there.
Long hours, ain't it?
Yeah.
Long hours, and you know, just get the hours in.
Yeah, exactly.
I think they're only on like $10 an hour now, and then a lot of them are. It's all through the books. You're getting taxed and then eyed on it and stuff like that.
Well, back then it wasn't. You'd get like 40 for, so like, I mean, years ago, I mean.
When I was doing it, you used to get like 50 quid for the night, and they'd just give it you at the end of the night. You know what I mean? Cash. You'd be like, yeah, cheers, you know what I mean? Or 100 quid for the night. You know, now it's in your bank, through the fucking books. I mean.
Was there a time when anyone got the better of you when you were on the doors, like the punters?
Yeah, fucking
You
hell.
got dogpiled.
Yeah, I've been on the doors. Listen, I've been on the doors and been fucking battered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and say no. You know what I mean? There's always someone hard around the corner, but I've gave a good go. And if I ever feel like I'm fucked, you know what I mean? I'm going to get really done here. Then they're going to cop the other fucking way. You know what I mean? I ain't no one's punch bag. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go the other way.
Do you get someone you kick out and they just keep coming back like the next week or in the future
fucking
months?
vile,
Starting
lad.
again.
It's just doing your fucking head in. Just doing your head in, you know, like.
Not him again.
Oh, no. And then you can't get rid of them and you think, fucking, I'm going to have to. I banged you last week. I banged you the week before. I banged you 2 weeks before that and you still ain't got the fucking message, you know what I mean?
Or you get the ones that come and say, you don't
No,
know
in
who
the
I
end, you
am.
just go, you know what, mate? Go in there and smash the fucking place up. Cause you know what I mean? You're doing me fucking head. You go in, smash the place up and get necked. It's the easiest way because I can't deal with you. You know what I mean? Because what it is with that is it's never somebody who can fight in that. It's like a fucking idiot. You know what I mean?
Just
Where
mental.
last chance saloon, you've had to go smack, fuck off. You know what I mean? You know, you can always hit someone. I'm a firm believer. You know what I mean? You know where you knock out punches, and you know you slap just to warn them, and you know you jab just to fucking give them a warning shot in the ribs or something. But for me, like, you don't need to hit somebody like that with a fucking big bang. I'm putting you to sleep, fucking hoping you don't wake up. You know what I mean? It's just one of them. Fuck off, just getting the warning shot. You know what I mean?
Shot.
But they do, you know what it's like. Even it ain't even on the doors. It's just day to day. You can fucking hit someone and they just keep coming back, and in the end you've got to go smack and give it them.
How many years in prison have you done?
I've got to have spent fucking hell over 10 years of my life in prison.
So you must have had, because all of us have had some fucking fucked up cellmates and some cellmates we got along with.
Yeah.
Got any stories of your cellmates over the years?
Yeah, fucking hell. You know what I mean? You've had, like you say, you've had some brilliant cellmates. I mean, we used to wire before the kettles come and that. You used to wire up and cook your sardines and cook your hot water and fucking used to have pot noodle. You run your tap till it were boiling hot and get your pot noodle. You know what I mean? It just, you know, the way I say it now, I've not been in prison now for about 6 or 7 years.
Yeah.
Not been in prison for. But what I hear now, and even then, 7 years ago, it weren't prison. Now, when I went prison, this is going to sound stupid, but when I went prison when I were, say, 20, it were a fucking novel. It were a good laugh. You had good lads in there. No one was robbing each other. Everyone was getting on, and you just fucking, it was just one of them. And everyone's on that spice, and I mean, I'm not being funny. Who in the right mind's going to stand there and let someone smack them full bore in the face for a fucking spliff? Are you that deluded?
You see that on
And having
TV.
them dog fights with the clothes off and shit.
Yeah.
What the fuck? If that's what prison is today, keep me away from it. I couldn't tolerate that. You know what I mean? I could not tolerate that around me. You know what I mean? That drugs around, monged out and that around. I have enough when I walk through the town centre and you see people being spiced out their head, you know what I mean? Couldn't have it around me where, you know, that's where you're living. And then they're robbing your cells and shit like that.
There's nothing worse than a selfie. I think that's lower than anything, that.
But it's supposed to be like really rife at now because everyone's on that spice. You know what I mean?
It's
fucking crazy.
Fucking, I don't know. It's like
crazy in there. From what the stories I hear, it's fucking mental.
Any situations with cellmates you didn't get along with?
Not really, because I remember once I went in and I walked it like dead late at night. I'd just got remanded, and we're late at night, and I walked in. I know this lad in there, and I thought, I fucking know him. He stunk, the cell stunk and everything. And I thought, it's that fucking tramp off the streets in Leicester, you know what I mean? I said, are you off the streets in Leicester? He went, oh yeah, like that, you know, no teeth and that. I thought, but listen, I ain't a cunt, so I thought I'd leave it with you, you know what I mean? I just said, look, listen, I'm in here now, so you're going to have to be cleaning up and stuff like that. About 2 or 3 days has gone by, you know, like, he's just like, not clean at all, you know what I mean? So I've told him, he ain't listening. Next time, door opens in the morning, scooped his stuff up,
rolled him out,
throwed it on the netting, fucking get out, shut the door, you know what I mean? I had another one as well, like, you know the rules in prison, you don't shit in yourself, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking I'm asleep and I can hear like that. I thought, what the fuck's that? You know what I mean? Like I've went round like that, that ain't shit. Oh, fuck, you know, my head went, you know what I mean? Then you smell it and that, I mean, needless to say, he were evicted, you know what I mean? He fucking gone out the cell. There's just unhygienic shit like that. I've got bad OCD, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I like to keep things clean and yeah. And
I never know. Is that where you don't shit in the cell? Because when I first started, you had to piss and shit in a bucket, so there's nothing else you could have done, really.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
We were just locked down for days, weren't we? Staff shortages, especially in the jail. You got no choice, have you?
The worst thing is, staff shortages and that's it. You're locked down 23 hours a day anyway. And it's just like, you could end up doing like 4 or 5 days just in your cell, not going out. Because they haven't got the staff. They don't give a fuck about your rights. We haven't got no fucking rights while you're over there, you know what I mean?
yeah.
But I've got no regrets about the American jail, to be fair.
Fuck it, my whole life I've no regrets. I've got it tattooed across my chest there. No regrets. I don't have no regrets. Another funny story I just thought about in prison. Some black lad come in, and I know him. And he said to me, you got any toiletries? Because I ain't got no, you know what I mean? He says, I've come through. I said, what you got? He went, draw. I said, oh, sound. So I went to, I don't smoke. I don't smoke drugs, I know. Went to my mate who did. Said, and he's a right tasty cunt as well, so I done it totally to the wrong person. Said, some kid, he wants some toiletries, he's got some draw. Fucking hell, yeah, then give him like toiletries. He were up to no good, so he had loads of toiletries. Getting the toiletries anyway. Fucking, it's wrapped in cling film. Get it to him, like, fucking next door to me. About 9 o'clock at night. Winks, fucking I thought, what the fuck's going on here? You fucking wait, he's dead in the morning. We're going fucking mad. And I thought, what the fuck's going on? So look, I'll speak to you in the morning. He's got this fucking door there. He's like, what's this? I went, it's that drawer. He fucking threw it on the floor. It went bounce, 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 bounce. Like that. I looked at it. I thought, what's that? Fucking unwrapped it like that. It stood round the toilet where the fucking siliconed it. It's a bit of the fucking silicon. I thought, the cheeky bastard. Went straight to the first night centre anyway. I said, what was that you gave me last night? He went, draw. I went, bang. It's the next fucking thing. Like, I've not hit him to knock him out. Just like banged him. I said, now the true story. I just needed some toiletries. The fucking next thing, my mates come over my shoulder. I fucking annihilated the cunt. I still see him now. He's got no teeth at the front. He like punched his teeth out. And I think to myself, oh, for fuck's sake, you've done that all for a bit of fucking toiletry. You know what I mean? Crazy.
We get people all the time asking us prison survival advice. We've asked a few of the guests. Young person going in, what would you tell them how to behave in prison?
Look, listen, my thing is you're going to behave exactly how you want to behave. You can't be told. You know what I mean? You can be told till you're blue in the face. If you think, you know, you can go in and behave a certain way and then think, oh, well, this ain't as bad as what I thought, you know what I mean? But my little bit of advice to anyone is just keep yourself to yourself. Don't lend out. Don't fucking ass throat. Just live on what you've got, you know what I mean? And just keep yourself to yourself. Get your head down and get on with your time and get out.
Drug debts probably cause the most violence. Debts of gambling, drug debts in particular.
Yeah, gambling and drugs, ain't it?
Yeah. So fucking stay away from all that
Yeah,
shit.
just stay away from it. The thing is like...
Or if you are gamble, make sure you got the fucking money.
Make sure you got the noodles.
Oh, make sure you can
got your packs of
make sure you
noodles.
can have a fight after it.
Yeah. The thing is, look, listen, if you're going into jail and you're going to act how you want to fucking act, you know what I mean? So you act like a cunt, there's going to be someone that's going to be a bigger cunt than you.
Yeah.
You're going to learn the hard way. You'll soon get put into line, you know what I mean? So...
Did any of the guards fuck with you?
No, because when I went in Leicester, the good thing for me was because they know Leicester's like an adult jail. Well, at the time, obviously, they knew who I was. So, like, they lived on the estates in the town and stuff like that. So they thought, well, if we're going to give him, well, I'm assuming. If we're going to give him shit. If we're going to give him an hard time, fuck me, he's going to have someone round his fucking house tonight, or I'm going to be leaving here and something's going to happen, you know what I mean? So, but to be fair, I still see a couple of the screws now. And one drink's in my local, like my club where I go on a Sunday afternoon. It's like all the old folk in there. He still drinks in there, and I always buy him a beer and that. I've never really had any. Obviously, you get the fucking knobhead screws, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But you know the thing with them is, they can't walk the streets in the day. They can't go into a pub when they're off work.
No,
they be knobheads at work because they've been bullied or something like that.
I was just going to say, that guy what goes to that club, he must have been a decent
sound,
to go out and have a beer, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like, they have to go home, lock the door. They can't walk into Leicester Town Centre on a Saturday because through fear of who they're going to see. You know what I mean? They're driving home and taking a different route every night.
And they brought that upon themselves, being cunts.
Yeah, of course they have, just by being cunts. But the majority of screws I've ever met, and I know, fucking hell, they've been all right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've been all right. And no one that's been in prison because every screw's a cunt and whatever.
No.
They can't. You know what I mean?
What's your favourite prison scran? I was asked to have noodles, something to do with noodles.
My best prison scran is bread and butter pudding, believe
bread
it or
and
not.
butter pudding?
Yeah.
Did you like that? Yeah.
Used to get, because I love stodgy, thick stuff. And you used to get it and it was dead thick and stodgy, you know what I mean? Used to love it. And I always used to eat number 4s as well, you know, like the vegetarian option.
Oh, yeah.
Because what happens then is, when you're on 1, 2 or 3, you got your set thing. When you're on 4, not many people have it because it's fucking vile. It's just shit, ain't it? So you get your plate loaded up, you know what I mean? So you got loads rather than just a little bit.
I used to like the tuna noodles, or bagels.
Yeah, tuna noodle, bit of red hot chili sauce in it.
Yeah.
Just to top it off, yeah.
So when you finished bouncing, you said you were 25.
Yeah, around that. Yeah.
What did you do then?
From the age of 25, I've obviously spent a lot of time in prison on and off. Been involved in drugs over the years, you know, sitting in on meetings more than like I have been involved in, like, obviously selling drugs and stuff like that, but I've been like sitting in on meetings and stuff like that. But the biggest thing for me is I've always done debt collecting and lending money and stuff like that. So
how does the debt collecting work?
I work on a 33%. So if you want a debt collector, I'll just take a third. You know what I mean? 15. I don't
like the profit that.
I don't take a debt on any less than 15 grand. It ain't worth it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's only 5 grand to me to collect it in.
Yeah.
And ain't that if I've got to travel to fucking Wales to collect a 15 grand debt in.
Unless there's some little old lady who wants like £100.
Yeah, you always get the woman off the estate that's been ripped off by someone, and that's different. You just ring them up. Listen, cunt, get that money round. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you do that, but as for like a proper debt, I'll like take. I wouldn't take one on for less than 15 grand, and I'd be iffy like that. And also, if it ain't in my local area, I'm charging you to take it on.
Take it on.
Because that, that shows a lot about how confident they are in getting the money back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they think they're going to get the money back, they're going to back you. They're going to give you a few £100 to go and for you. You got to remember, you got your time, your petrol, your food. You know what I mean? Your hotel if you got to stay overnight. I ain't going paying that all out, and then I don't get no.
Your surveillance, you fucking the hours you got to put into find it.
That's what I mean. I ain't doing all that for nothing. You know what I mean? I just feel like, not sounding arrogant, right? I'm a bit further up the chain than that now.
Yeah, I like watching
I mean?
the report guys, and I like watching. There's one where they collect like fucking like the helicopters and nice yachts and stuff like that. They're on decent fucking money, them like.
Yeah. They're legit though, ain't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't legit. You know what I mean? I'm a debt inquiry officer, I'm not a debt collector. I'm inquiring about when you're paying that money back.
Yeah.
So if
Sounds
the
all right.
police
That,
ever
though.
come, I'm just saying like, look, I'm here to inquire about when he's paying this money back to such and such.
Yeah.
They've asked me to come here and ask. Then they just tell you to fuck off then, you know what I mean?
What's the furthest you've ever been?
Barcelona. on a debt.
Barcelona?
Yeah, I went to Barcelona on a debt. That one, obviously, I don't know, like a lot of people will watch this and recognise me off Netflix, off that, and that's shown me collecting a debt in Barcelona.
What was the debt?
1.5 million, I think it was.
How'd that arisen?
I've seen your face from somewhere. I don't know where I've seen it from. I have definitely seen your face from somewhere. Like
It was, I think it was to do with a company. Yeah, company. We didn't collect it all, but some got collected. You know what I mean?
How easy is it to collect the debt? Like, do you have to have various strategies and methods?
You always look. Listen, if you can try and talk it and enough sure presence being there that they're going to pay it, you know what I mean? Then great. But obviously, sometimes it has to go a bit funner. You know, someone ain't going to hand over thousands of pounds without putting a little bit of a fight up at her.
Just read Frenchie's book, The Devil.
Yeah.
Have you read his book?
I ain't read it, no.
Jeez, the situations he got in. I can't even believe he's alive. But it sounds like similar to what you were doing.
Yeah, you've been in fucking... That's what I'm trying to say. Like, when I nearly did get taken, you know what I mean? It was like a fucking most
people you
stupidest
wouldn't have
situation.
expected
Yeah.
to ever.
Then you've been, you've been shot at and shit like that. You know, people driving up the street shooting. You had to jump into the water and on the door and the shot through the door at you and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And you come away with it unscathed. Then I've had to fucking lie in a coma. You know, it's just crazy. It's crazy. But it's life, ain't it? It's life. And look, listen. The way I look at it is everyone's got one of them, an art, yeah, and it beats exactly the same. Text that to stop that.
Yeah.
Text that to stop that art beating. Bang! It can be stopped. Anyone's art can be stopped as easy as anybody else's. You know what I mean? Don't care who you are, what you are. You know, your art stops beating, you're dead. So that's why I'd never sit and I'd portray myself as anything I could be, because I think people that sit and do interviews like that and don't be honest, I think it comes across fake. First of all, I think people see straight through it. And I think the other thing
People aren't stupid, are they?
No. And I think the other thing is there's nobody that can say every fight they've been in, they've won. They've never been scared. And you know what I mean?
I still get pussy even now if we get into an argument with someone, I still get them butterflies. I always get original butterflies. Always have done.
I've never stood there and been scared of someone, because I just don't get scared.
Yeah.
But I've stood there and I've thought, fuck me, this is, you know what I mean, this could go the wrong way, and you know what I mean. But
I've
I
always
would
wanted
never
to get
back
the first
down.
one in, like.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to. I'm not someone who's going to stand there and back down. I'm not somebody who's going to fucking, oh mate, please, you know what I mean? Fucking no way, no way. That's just not me. It's not in my vocabulary.
But I never get in situations where I have to do anything. Well, hardly because I don't go out the house that much. But even if I did, I don't mix with the people that I used to mix with. Or if I go for a pint now, I'll go for a pint, and it's a quiet Sunday pint or whatever. So I'm not really in. You know, I'm not like. Well, I'm 49 now anyway. I'm not like fucking 21 no more either.
The thing is, what I say is, if I can go the rest of my life without hitting someone, I'll be an happy man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've hit enough people to last me, you, fucking, and 10 other people a lifetime. You know what I mean? But the likelihood of it happening is very fucking unlikely because the way I lead my life and things I've done in my life, you know, there's people that I've done real bad shit to that their kids are having to look at them scarred up and shit like that I'm not proud of. But them kids are growing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I remember a doorman split my dad's eye open there and I got him back. You know what I mean? Because I grew up and I become a man. And I know that more than likely
you think you got like repercussions coming?
Yeah, definitely. The things I've done in my life. There's going to be someone's kid, cousin or something like that that's going to fucking be somebody and want that. You know what I mean?
No, you say you were on Netflix.
Yeah.
It was that the Barcelona death thing.
Yeah, it was I done it with Shaun Smith, who I used to work with, who's known as the debt collector.
Oh, okay.
That was the one we were watching this morning.
Yeah.
He's a great
views.
bloke, Shaun. Yeah, got a lot of time for Shaun. We don't work together anymore. He does his thing, I do mine.
I said where he slapped that guy in his gym for selling steroids.
Yeah. He's a great bloke, and I was working with him. I was always up Liverpool all the time, working with him at Warrington and stuff. And he had Channel 4 film him. They put it on Channel 4. Me and him were on Channel 4, and then they sold it to Netflix. And they'd done the three parts, and the last part was basically a lot about me.
Got you.
About my prison life, football, basically everything I've spoke about today.
I might have watched that, you know.
Yeah, we're called Bare-Knuckle Fight Club. A lot of people that watch this would have definitely watched it.
So do you do bare-knuckle fighting as well?
Every weekend. Just not in the ring. Yeah. That's what it is when people ask me. Yeah. I've never been in the ring and done bare-knuckle, you know what I mean? Because the thing with me is, what you want to... I've done charity boxing, don't get me wrong, but it's been very light-hearted, not note to it. If you want to punch me around in a ring, first of all, what? You get paid 500 quid for it. Well, you couldn't give me 500 quid to punch me in my face. Second of all, you start punching me and beating me up, I'm jumping over the top ring, grabbing a fucking glass and sticking it in your face. Because I'm not being... And third of all, I'm not being punched around in front of fucking 1,000 people made look a cunt. So it's just not for me. Some people, fair play to you, you enjoy it and whatever. That's brilliant. I commend you for it. But
you got a
me,
few grab and grill.
Punch me fucking tooth out. I've been paid 500 quid to do it, and then you punch me. I've had a nose job. You want to smash my fucking nose in 10 grand. You know what I mean? I've got another 10 grand.
If he can get his teeth out by him.
Fucking 500 quid you get paid to do it, and then you're punching my tooth out. Well, there's 500 quid to replace the fucker and all the pain. Just don't make no sense to me. Where I'm in my life at the minute, it don't make no sense. I know loads of bare-knuckle fighters out there, and I think the great lads, and fair play to you. I'm not slagging you off in the slightest. Fair play, you do what you do. Just like I go down to football and fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I choose to do it out of the ring. They choose to do it in the ring.
So what do you want from life now?
Ferrari, mansion. No, you know what? I just want my kids to be happy and stable. I want to hopefully get into this acting massively. I want to keep doing stuff like this. I want to keep telling my story. I want to write a book. I just want to live comfortable and just live. I do live comfortable. I'm not going to say I want to, because I do already. I just want to stay out. I'm happy. I'm in a good place. You know what I mean? I do a lot of stuff for people. People do a lot of stuff for me, and that's it basically. I'm not asking for the fucking world. You know what I mean? I don't want all the big flash stuff. You know what I mean? It's not for me.
So if anyone watching this is looking for an actor,
yeah,
how can they get in touch with you? What can we put below the video where people can get in touch?
You can hit me up on Twitter. That's Mark Winks Actor on Twitter. Facebook, again, Mark Winks Actor. That's a page that's done by my manager. if you message him, he'll forward anything on to me. That's it, basically. I don't have no other social media.
For the young people watching this, then, anything you'd like to say to them in conclusion?
Yeah, just listen to these stories that are being told, and just really question: do you want to go down that path? Because for me, times have changed a lot. So even now, there's too many cameras. There's, you know what I mean? Just get your head down at school, get your head down at work, enjoy your life, get on the lads' holidays, you know what I mean? And just party and embrace life, you know what I mean? Put the fucking knives down and pick the beers up, you know what I mean?
It's well said. And if you know you're going to go to prison, just fucking get rid of your girlfriend, because there's nothing but headaches.
Because they do your fucking head in.
You're going to get a day, John.
They do your head in out here. When you get in there, they do you fucking 10 times worse.
If you've enjoyed this video, please put your comments in below it and any questions you've got. If you want Wildman to get some gold teeth, stop whining about his teeth. If you want him to get some gold teeth, let us know. If you want us to set up a donation page,
donate.
And we will have Wildman hooked up with some gold teeth. Huge thank you to all the subscribers. Recently gone over 300,000 subs. If you're enjoying these videos and you've not subbed yet, doesn't cost you anything. Subscription logo is in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Also, huge thank you to all the people who've donated on Patreon, PayPal, Just Giving, to keep the production of the True Crime podcast at this level in the studio. Thanks so much for coming on, man.
Yeah, cheers,
brilliant
pal.
story, man. Cheers.
Good man.
Yeah,
Cheers.
yeah. Well done. Thank you.